Hey, did you know this that the average person nowadays saves only around $496 per month? If you did the math on that, that only adds up to about $3,000 within a 6 month period. All right. Here's another fact that you may not know. It's only about 30% of those individuals save less than $200 on a monthly basis, far below the $833 you would need to be able to go ahead and hit a goal of $5,000 in 6 months, which is what the recommendation you would need to have to be able to go ahead and have an emergency cushion, right? So guess what? I decided to go ahead and drop this value-based video to share with you actionable tips on how you'll be able to go ahead and save $5,000 or more all within 6 months. Yes, follow this video and you'll be able to go ahead and learn the strategies I use and teach on how you'll be able to go ahead and put an extra $5,000 in your pocket all in less than 180 days. So let's tap in.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprint family? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Respect My Blueprint podcast, where we give you all of the gems, tips, and strategies on how you'll be able to level up on entrepreneurship, business, personal finance, and more importantly, giving you the blueprint to success. All right. Now, in today's video, like I mentioned earlier, the way the economy is and everything is going, I wanted to share with everyone out there actionable and simple strategies on how you can be able to go ahead and save an extra $5,000 less than 6 months, and also do it effortlessly and comfortably as well too. Okay. Now, we all know that although inflation is here and although it's cooling from its 2022 peak, people are still citing how the economy is one of their biggest concerns, especially with the economy on the brink of recession. You know, there's a lot of news that's been going on over the past year or so about the economy on the brink of a recession. The economy has improved and everything like that with the new government coming in and everything like that. But we all are aware of how tariffs are impacting everybody day-to-day life with everything that's going on with prices of the cost of goods and just everyday living, just keeping prices elevated and skyrocketing at the same time. So with that being said, if you stick around throughout this entire video, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to go ahead and not use any of the excuses, or regardless of what of the outside forces are going through, you'll be able to automatically slash waste just like Doge. You'll be able to not rely on any excuses from what the news is giving you, and more importantly, automatically stack savings so you can be able to go ahead and build a nest egg of $5,000 or more all within a 6-month time period. Okay, so listen, if you're ready to level up, if you're ready to go ahead and learn the secret strategies on this, stay throughout this entire video, because you don't want to miss none of these 6 tips that I'm going to share with you, because you have to go ahead and learn and execute each and one of these tips if you want to hit your goal of saving $5,000 or more. First things first, although many Americans lack even a basic cushion, in 2025, there's a study that was stated that 27% of individuals had less in their savings in this year than they did a year ago. And there's even 13% has even reported of having no savings at all. Yes, that means, you know, nearly over 10% of the population have nothing within their savings account. Now, that of course is not a shocker, as you know, again, the price of the cost of living is just elevating and skyrocketing. However, it has been reported that nearly 60% of the economy don't even have $1,000 in emergency savings in their bank account. So this highlights how it's very important and imperative how in reaching a $5,000 buffer is not only an uphill climb for a lot of individuals, but it covers a large share of the population of the economy nowadays. So, well, again, I'm going to share with you on how you don't have to be one of those that falls into the statistics, and you'll be able to go ahead and live comfortably, stress-free by having an extra $5,000 in your pocket. All right. So tip number one, first thing you want to do is track every dollar. Okay. Listen, you can't let your money ghost you. You have to be able to go ahead and see your plan or your blueprint. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is create a blueprint, write everything down. So therefore you're not just guessing, or you're not in a level of uncertainty when you're putting this plan together. All right. So you need to write down your budget. There's a lot of different ways that you can go ahead and be able to help yourself in doing this. There's platforms and apps out there like Mint, YNAB, Every Dollar. These are, fintech platforms that are created, and these are budgeting apps where you can track your finances, track your spending, as well as track your savings. But this, of course, is a very essential initial point that you'll definitely need to be able to execute on, because, of course, like I mentioned, if you're not able to see it and track each and every dollar, you're going to make it very, very hard in order for you to be able to hit the goal of $5,000. All right. So make sure that you go ahead and follow the initial step of writing down each and every expense and tracking it. And of course, pen and paper is nothing wrong with that. But again, the way technology is, go ahead and download one of these free apps, or being able to download one of these budgeting apps, and that could definitely help you be able to go ahead and track your savings a lot more effectively. Okay. And of course, what I mean tracking all of your expenses, and this means everything from, the morning coffee to the Uber rides, the impulse buys, even the small expenses that you think that's not relevant, or consequential. Yes, you also want to go ahead and track each and every one of these things down, because again, you want to create a budget for yourself in order for you to be able to see what your expenses are going out, as well as what is the income that's going in, to be able to go ahead and hit your goal. All right. Now, once you have done all of this, then the next step of tip number 2 is you want to be able to go ahead and start killing any unnecessary expenses. More importantly, any unnecessary subscriptions. All right. Now, of course, we are in an overload of subscriptions out there. There's Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Amazon Plus, Spotify, Peloton, damn, right? They're all out there. But, the thing is, you want to be able to cancel the services that you use less than twice per month. All right. I created another video like this that covered a similar topic to this. But again, this is so essential, because we are a subscription-based economy where it's so easy for us to fall victim to be able to have overload of subscriptions. Did you know that the average American spends about $220 per month on 12 subscriptions on a monthly basis? $5.99, $4.99, $10.99, $14.99. All of these monthly subscriptions add up on a monthly basis, right? So what you want to do, okay, is there are certain things that you can do to go ahead and alleviate the pressure of all of these unnecessary subscriptions that you may have. Number one, you could share accounts with any of your roommates or partners, or even your family members, right? That $15 fee that you pay monthly, hey, cut that in half with somebody that you know. That's a great way for you to be able to go ahead and add some extra money in your pocket as well too. Okay. Also, your streaming services. Again, if you're not using it more than twice per month, you can go ahead and live without it. That's an extra $10 to $15 per month that you could definitely put in your pocket that can help build up your cushion and hit your goal over the long run. Also, other things that you may not be aware of, that's simply taking money out of your pocket, right? Like the gym membership, right? Or if you have a community gym, that's a great alternative that you can take advantage of versus you paying a monthly gym subscription if you're not taking advantage of it. All right, think about it. That's an extra $30 to $40 to $50 per month as well too. All right, listen, every dollar here can kill you. As less money that's being deposited into your bank account and is being taken out of your bank account. So you definitely want to go ahead and do an audit of all of your monthly subscriptions from A to Z and see which ones that are not beneficial from you, those that are not relevant to your current lifestyle, and more importantly, those that are just simply unnecessary, as that is another way on you can help you build your $5,000 cushion. All right. Now, moving on to step number 3, which this here is one of my favorites, which is automating your savings. Okay. Now, of course, you can do this by manually transferring any extra income or your savings. All right. But guess what? We're all human, right? Human nature kicks in, life kicks in. Like I be telling a lot of people all the time, life be lifing, right? So what you want to do is set it and forget it. That is the best strategy that I give to all of my students and mentees, and I want to go ahead and share with you as well too. Now, you can go ahead and do this either on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis, but you want to go ahead and automate any extra income from your checking account to a high yield savings account if you can do so, right? Now, by doing this is something that's going to end up becoming a habit. You don't see it. And of course, you want to be able to go ahead and just set this and forget it. And it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's $20, $50, or $100, you know, the amount is irrelevant. The point is you want to be able to go ahead and have an automated savings taken out of your account, disposable income. So therefore, this will put you in a better position to increase your savings and help you accelerate that $5,000 goal faster as well too. And here's a quick tip a lot of people may not be aware of. When you start doing this, it ends up becoming a snowball effect, right? After a while, you see that $20 turns into $200, the $200 turns into $1,000, that $1,000 turns into $1,500. Guess what? Then that'll allow you to go ahead and turn it into hyperdrive, and you want going to increase the frequency of your automated savings, right? Because you're starting to see it pile up and grow in your account, which automatically going to, you know, bubble up that emotion like, oh, wow, I'm getting closer to that $5,000 goal. Let me see if I can go ahead and increase the frequency and the speed on how I can be able to automate my savings. So go ahead and test it out. You'll be amazed on how you'll see once you get the ball rolling that you want to go ahead and keep it going as well too. All right. So again, out of sight, out of mind when it comes to automating your savings, and you'll be surprised with the results. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into step number 4. Step number 4 is try and getting a side hustle. All right. Listen, I mean, we in 2025, we are in a gig economy, right? And of course, the word side hustle is not just a buzzword. It's something that a lot of people are accustomed to, and we've been hearing it through social media as well as through our friends and family, right? So if you're one that's living paycheck to paycheck and you're struggling with a tight budget, guess what? There's a lot of ways out there where you can earn extra income for yourself. One of the best ways is through a side hustle. You know, picking up a side hustle with a ride sharing company, Uber, Lyft, right? DoorDash, Postmates. These are a lot of different ways and side hustles where, guess what? You only can dedicate a few hours per week. You know, it doesn't take much of your time, and, you know, you really don't have to do much and to be able to earn a few couple $100 extra on a weekly basis, right? So that's something that I highly encourage you to explore if you want to be able to earn some extra income for yourself. Or you could even do something like, you know, sell some old gear on eBay or Poshmark, or do some freelancing work on Fiverr or Upwork. There's a lot of different options out there. Listen, there's no shortage of options when it comes into gig economy. Typically, I tell everybody there's no excuse. If you have 2 arms, 2 legs, and you have a skill set, you should be able to go ahead and tap into the gig economy and make some extra money for yourself. All right. You know, when you think about it, this is a great way for you to earn anywhere from $100 to $500 per week by being able to go ahead and just commit a few hours, as well as putting a little bit of minimum effort. And again, you only want to be able to go ahead and you're only doing this for a short amount of time, right? Until you hit your $5,000 $5,000 goal. Therefore, you want to be able to go ahead and put this plan in motion so it can help you hit your goal, and getting a side hustle is the best way to do so. All right. Now, let's go ahead and go into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is one that a lot of people are going to struggle with out there, because I even do so. But guess what? It could definitely help you out if you do so, which is slashing eating out. All right. Now, this right here, of course, if you're a full-time parent or you have a very hectic lifestyle, I could understand how it's very easy and convenient just for you to go ahead and order out or being able to just go out to eat. But guess what? You have to be able to go ahead and be a lot smarter than that. Now, of course, I'm not asking you to eat in and live off of ramen noodles or anything like that. Just shop a lot smarter, okay? There's a lot of different options on how you'll be able to go ahead and save a lot more money by eating in, and also shopping smarter as well too. One option is doing meal preps, right? Buying in bulk and then proportioning your meals throughout the week to be able to go ahead and save on that grocery bill as well too. Also, instead of buying the name brand products in the grocery stores and everything like that, buy store brand instead of the name brands. All right. Listen, that is typically, if you know, my thought process on this. You know, the store brands are just as good as the name brands. At the end of the day, as long as it's a healthy option and it's something that you can definitely live with. Listen, by making this switch right here can not only help alter your lifestyle in the aspect of spending unnecessary money, but again, this is going to put a lot more money into your pocket as far as you building a habit. And also, again, what's the main thing? Hitting our $5,000 goal within less than 6 months or less. All right. Also, taking advantage of things such as digital coupons out there and stacking loyalty points, right? Aside from being a subscription-based economy, we are also largely a loyalty and reward points based economy as well too. So taking advantage of any discounts, loyalty programs, or coupons is another excellent way for you to be able to go ahead and add some extra money in your pocket to be able to accelerate your $5,000 goal. All right. Listen, you want to make sure that you're still not altering your lifestyle. That's the main thing about this video here. Being able to go ahead and build up our budget, build up our savings, but not too much altering our lifestyle. So I'm not asking you to, like I said, eat ramen noodles every day, but making a few slight adjustments for, you know, eating in versus eating out, and also shopping smarter is going to go a long way for you to be able to go ahead and hit the goal that you have for yourself. All right. Now, this go ahead and leads us to our last and final tip, which this right here, if you follow this tip, this one can definitely be a game changer for you, which is selling any unnecessary stuff that you just may not be using anymore. Okay. Now, these are for all my hoarders out there. These for people that just can't let go. All right. Now, I guarantee you right now, if you go through your garage, or if you go through your attic or basement, or just go through any one of your storage closets or storage units, I can guarantee you there's about 30% of the items that you have in there that you simply can discard and you can live without, right? So, and this can be anything from clothes that you don't wear, gym equipment that you're not using, old tech, all of these things and things that's just cluttering your house. Guess what? This is extra money that you are just having lay around and collect dust in your closet. All right. The best thing you can do, like I said, you can either post these things online on platforms such as Poshmark, eBay, or you can even host a garage sale in your local neighborhood, right? Or even listed on places like Facebook Marketplace. But the biggest takeaway here is you want to be able to go ahead and turn all of this extra clutter into extra cash. If you think about it, if you go ahead and do an audit of all of these things that you have laying around that you're not using no more, that right there can equate to, I guarantee you probably, anywhere from extra $1,000 to $3,000, right? Over half of the goal that you want to achieve in hitting your $5,000 goal, right? So, of course, key thing is you want to start first with the bigger, bulkier items first, and then start working your way to the smaller items. Now, by doing so, this will give you the momentum as well as give you the excitement of you seeing the money coming in from all of these items and all of this unnecessary stuff that you'll be cluttering around, and how you'll be able to go ahead and earn some extra money from it. All right. Listen, that old KTV that you have stashed away, that old Xbox system that you're not using, all of that. Listen, stop trying to go ahead and just lug it around and everything like that. Put it online, put it on a garage sale, and see how you can go ahead and have some extra money roll in for yourself. And guess what? You'll be amazed on how fast that you could go ahead and have the money stack up for you, okay? And pretty much that right there is the 6 tips that I wanted to share with you on how you'll be able to go ahead and set a budget for yourself and being able to go ahead and build a $1,000 cushion with no excuses, not altering your lifestyle, and all within 6 months by following these simple steps. All right, listen, if you're like most people out there that are struggling living paycheck to paycheck, I understand, but again, there are plenty of ways, like I mentioned in this video, on how you'll be able to go ahead and build that extra cushion for yourself. You never know when that emergency may happen, or when life be life, and guess what? All it takes is one emergency, one paycheck that could definitely put you in financial ruin, and you don't want to go ahead and put yourself in that type of situation. Another way how you'll be able to definitely help yourself out is becoming financially free, is improving your credit. Right now, if you want to learn how to be able to go ahead and build your credit, and as well as learn how to build business credit, check out this free ebook bundle that I've put together for my community. I'm going ahead and giving it out absolutely free. Check out the link down below. Is creditthegame.com. It's a free 3 ebook bundle that'll teach you on how to build your personal credit, how to build business credit, how to start your own LLC, and also I have an ebook on how to remove hard inquiries, as well as a secret lender list out there for lenders that are pulling from the 3 different credit bureaus. So I think you'll get a lot of great value from this, from the ebook. Again, I'm giving it away absolutely free. All I ask in return is that you take 10 seconds, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, as that's going to help us produce more content like this, as well as allow more people to view this content. All right. But aside from that, thanks for tuning into the video. Let me hear your comment on the tips that I've shared today. If you want to be able to go ahead and learn more tips and strategies on how to be able to go ahead and build a budget for yourself, save $5,000 or more, or being able to start your own business or get business funding, I also have a free community that you can join. The link is down below, which is the Credit the Game Academy, where I help individuals on how to repair, build, and leverage their credit to get over $50,000 in funding for themselves. We have plenty of testimonials on how we've been able to help individuals achieve this goal, all within 60 days or less. So if you want to be another success story within our community, check it out. We have a free community where you'll be able to join, and you'll be able to go ahead and learn how you'll be able to get funding for yourself. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, we're going to catch you on the flip side. Take care. Peace.
Blueprint. Yeah, blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, let's Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in, and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wes, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking, based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.